Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here coming at you with another StarCraft commentary. This is another one of our MSL Top 100 games, and you can see here it's from the Spris MSL from the round of 8, and it's a Protoss versus Zerg. It's going to be Rage versus Yellow. Excuse me. And this is going to be on the map Into the Darkness. Into the Darkness. Very spooky. I wish I'd done this game during Halloween-tober. But here we go in Halloween-vember, casting a game on Into the Darkness here. What does it say on the bottom? From Pooh 010. It looks like a phone number. I guess you could text in messages to this broadcast or something. This is from 2004. Had some wacky stuff going on back in 2004. There was no Twitter feed on your broadcast back in the old days. Get off my lawn. Anyway, if you don't know Rage, fair enough. No, he was kind of like an okay player back in these days, back in the old 2003, 4, 5 era. And ooh, tall. Oh, that was a good animation. Yeah, he was like a solid player. I don't think he ever won anything. I don't think he even really ever got to the finals of anything or semifinals, but he was in the round of 16 a few times. You know, he was a solid player, you know, along the ilk of your, you know, your Haivas or something like that. Your C-Rillies, your players that are pretty solid, but they're just not gonna win a Star League, but that's okay. Not everyone can win a Star League. You can still be a good player. So that's Rage for you. He's gonna be the Protoss player in the bottom leftish area of the map. And of course, Yellow. Does Yellow need an explanation? I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Yellow, of course. This is the real Yellow. For some reason, people ask a lot if it's the real Yellow or not. This is the real Yellow. If it's from 2000, what did I say? 2004 is when this game is from. I might have said something different before, but anyway, Yellow is the original Zerg god, basically. He was the Storm Zerg. He was really, really powerful. He was basically kind of one of the first Zerg players to really be super powerful and all that kind of stuff. And so he was, you know, legendary player. Ended up later on becoming a coach. And we just watched a game the other day where he was in Air Force, and he actually, well, I won't spoil it just in case, but he beat, I just spoiled it because I said beat. I was gonna not say beat. Well, maybe I won't spoil it then. If I won't say who he beat. But he beat someone in a game that we watched. There we go. I've spoiled it that he won a game. Yellow won a game, guys. I'm sorry. A little bit out of it today. Anyway, let's check a look at Into the Darkness real quick. You can see there's spawns at the bottom left and the top right. Looks to be a 2-spawn map. A very twisty, windy map. Nice, easy expansion, but a very wide choke leading out of that expansion into the third base, which is a little bit of a, even wider. It's like really, really hard to hold that third base. There's so much open space there. Really difficult to hold that. You could, of course, I guess as the Zerg especially, maybe take the corner bases, but I can't actually tell from this preview if there's gas at those corner bases. Anyway, so that's what we're looking at here. I try to remember to check out the maps before these old games because sometimes they're on island maps that I'm not familiar with, and I don't realize it's an island until halfway through the game, and it's kind of embarrassing. But sometimes I forget to check the map, or sometimes I just don't have time to like do a ton of research ahead of time. But luckily, as I said, Yellow does not really need a lot of research done. He is a superstar. He's won a number of Star Leagues and come in second in a number more of Star Leagues at this point in time. The pylon was blocking his natural expansion. He's going to go ahead and tear that down. And the Zerglings were like, all right, let's go. And the drone's like, yeah, let's go. Wait, no, I got to go back here and become a building. Trouble gateway opening. This is an interesting spot here. Look at this. He's actually, I was so paying so much attention to the map. I wasn't paying attention to the build, but this is kind of a crazy build. This is like a modern day build almost. Actually, dude, I'm not actually even sure if Protosses go for 2 gateways or if they go 1 gateway pressure into expansion. I think it's just 1 usually, but anyway, going for 2 gateways for a little wall there, and then going for an expansion, and then getting the forge, or you could have got the forge earlier. Pretty interesting play here. This is actually, I think, gonna put Rage ahead because he blocked the expansion for yellow. He got his own expansion up. Like when you're gonna be having more expansions than the Zerg, that's a good spot to be in, right? So, in any case, sorry, I'm switching up windows here. I'm gonna turn the volume down a tad because I just realized the volume is up higher than normal. I don't want to go back and restart just to check the volume level. So I'm going to turn it down just in case it was too loud. And if it's too quiet, I think that's not as bad. But I just noticed it was higher than usual. So anyway, lair already coming up here for yellow. I don't think we see a den or anything like that. So it's probably just going to be going into, well, we'll see what he does actually. This is 2004. It's hard to really know what to see, you know. If this was 2014 or 2024, you would probably expect to see a Spire going up. And let's see, is that what that is? Yeah, there's the Spire anyway. Spire off 2 bases, just to kind of take control of things here. It's interesting because, you know, the Spire usually, I think even going back to 2004, is not used to like go for a muted timing or anything like that. Usually your opponent's going to be going for a Stargate tech and just being able to dominate the air with the Corsairs, even this far back. Oh my god! She was so alarmed to be on camera! Did you see her friend like elbow her too? That's so funny. Oh, is he getting a scout in? No, he's not. All kinds of units on that ramp, making sure nothing gets in. Anyway, oh no, she's on camera again! Oh, everybody hide! Oh dear, this is terrible. Was that the same lady actually from a different angle? I think it was. Because I think, you know, they show the 2 players separately, but I think it's one of those arenas from the old days where they're actually just like literally sitting across from each other, like, you know, 5-10 feet apart at their little tables next to each other. Going for the quick Citadel, actually before the Stargate's really late compared to what we would normally expect, at least in modern days. A sunken colony going down. No SimCity though, you know, the SimCity had to be learned over time. Meaning SimCity in this case, meaning, you know, he's not putting his hatchery and his den and his Evo chamber in front of the sunken colony to protect it or anything like that. Okay, so are we seeing Mutalisks, guys? I think we're seeing Mutalisks. That's a lot of eggs all morphing at once. The extra larvae are still there though, so but he may just be doing 6 mutas or something. There we go. Mutalisk popping out, ladies and gentlemen. This is an interesting build. Yellow is the Storm Zerg. If anyone could pull it off, he can, and here he is coming out with a bunch of mutas. This almost looks like a ZVT with the sunken colonies and the Mutalisk popping out for harassment. And this could work pretty well because there's no Corsairs on the map. If he follows up with Scourge and has some Scourge in play, like there's no cannons in the natural. This could work really well. He's going for a timing attack with Speed Zealots. He may be going +1 on them as well, but the speed is probably not kicked in, but we saw that Citadel earlier, so he's probably going for Speed Zealots, and actually is attacking the main where there's cannons instead of the natural where there's no cannons. It's a little bit, maybe it's a little bit shorter air route, is that why? But he's gonna pick off this Corsair. It comes in a little bit too fast and too heavy, and it's actually gonna get away to recharge its shields and battle another day. That's a little bit surprising. Now the cannons are coming up in the natural, but there's only one before. There's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but he of course didn't know that. He probably expected there'd be more cannons in the natural, because that's where you want to defend against Hydras and what have you. Now he's going into the natural. He's using some time before those cannons finish morphing to pick off a couple probes. Several probes actually, it looks like, have been picked off. Now he's going to have a microing against them, making sure to stay out of the cannon fire a little bit. And that one Corsair is just having a field day. But, you know, it's just one Corsair. It's not +1 upgraded, I don't think. We got a moment to check there, but we didn't see it. Looks like we do have, yeah, we do have +1 weapons on those Zealots, though. So he's got +1 speed lots, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, +1 speed lots are on the map, and they can do a lot of damage. They've got to be a little bit afraid of these Mutalisks, though. I feel like he could almost, like, just attack anyway. He's got so many Zealots, he could just say, screw it. And, well, no, maybe not. Now that I think of it, it'd be pretty difficult to, I mean, he could get some damage done, but eventually the Zealots would all die, and that would pretty much lose him any control on the map that he could have. So it makes sense to get a few more Corsairs up and ready first before going for any kind of attack. There are Scourge in the air as well, though, flying across the map, looking out for potential Corsair kills. If he can get some kills on those first 3 or 4 Corsairs and keep that count low, that's a big deal. Hive being morphed already. Wow, okay. Very quick hive here on 2 bases, ladies and gentlemen, for yellow. Very interesting play here. He's coming back in for some harassment, and now there's enough Corsairs to be worried about. He's going to try and bait those Corsairs out and go in with the Scourge. It's a dancing back and forth, and it's a dance of death. Both players trying to kill each other while they're dancing, I guess. What would that be? Some sort of crazy sadistic swing dance. But it is kind of a dance where they're both responding to what the other one is doing back and forth, and each player trying to use the advantage where they can. The cannons are not quite covering the entire back line of those minerals, so yellow having a little bit of opportunity to come in there and do that dance, but falling back smartly enough. 4 Corsairs at this point. He's gonna have 5 soon. He might have 5 now actually, but at the time he was on the way to 5. Is a lot. It's gonna take significant damage on your Mulisks. So good move to fall back. Just kind of reorganize. Getting some Archons as well. He's actually gonna kill this gateway to make room for the Archons to get out. The Archons can't fit through those gateways. They're too fat. But they're beautiful. No shame. But they are too big to fit through the gap between those gateways. And so he's going to kill that gateway in order to unlock them, get them out onto the map so they can accompany. They can be the chaperones for those Zealots. So the Zealots, nice hardy speed lots with +1 can move across the map, and the Archons can basically protect them against potential Mutalisk counterfire, which is what we were talking about earlier, is why he couldn't quite go on the map. The speed lot's getting a little bit ahead of the Zealots though, so they could take some fire actually on the way. Greater Spire is going down right now. This is amazing. Man, this is one of the reasons why we love to watch these old games. I don't remember if I mentioned this, by the way. This is from the MSL Top 100. This is number 42. So this is what was considered at one point in time the 42nd best game in the MSL history. And we're seeing some of that right now, ladies and gentlemen, with some Archons moving out here and Greater Spire going down. He's off 2 bases, by the way. No, I'm sorry. He has a 3rd. He's a 3rd on the right side of the map now. I didn't see that before. A little bit dangerous. A little bit in danger, I should say. And so in exchange, we do, yeah, look at this. Corsairs and 3 Archons accompanying these Zealots. They're going to go ahead and go down here and attack that 3rd base. This is a very vulnerable spot for yellow. He's got to be very careful here. 1 Corsair does get picked off. And that is crucial because if he does get some Guardians in play, he'll be able to roast these Zealots pretty well and deal with the Archons extremely effectively from range. But because Guardians outrange Archons and Zealots, by the way. But he's still got to worry about the Corsairs. And if he can pick those off with Scourge, he'll be in shape. He'll be in good shape. But he's lost that 3rd base. He's in a bit of trouble here. If he doesn't do some damage back to Rage, he's going to lose this game here. Coming in, and there's all those Sunken colonies. There's 5 up. He's even morphing back line of Sunkens there as well. Just kind of trying to buy time for these, what I imagine are Guardians? There's some Guardians now. Tell me there's a couple of Devourers in there as well. Oh, he's going to go into that. Oh, they were actually, I didn't realize they were morphing over there. I couldn't see on the minimap where they were. They're actually not morphing defensively. They're morphing offensively. He's going off to the natural. Scourge are going to spot that location. They're going to race across the map to try and join these Guardians to try and defend them against the Corsairs. The Corsairs were probably nearby. Yeah, you can see a little dot on the minimap where, no, actually that's the Scourge running across the map. Where are the Corsairs? There's only 1 Sunken left though. He could break Rage's natural, but in the meantime, he's going to lose his own natural, which is even more important at this case. And there we go. The Corsairs are in play. Dragoon's going ahead and going and suiciding in just to take a couple pot shots at those Guardians, but they are going to go down. Drones fighting Archons is not the right counter. I mean, in 2004, they didn't have the entire game mapped out yet, but I don't think that's the play. Zergling's going in, also not the counter, but eventually just going to overpower him. And look at this. Oh, the Corsairs. Did the Corsairs die? I think the Corsairs died to Scourge. They were just standing still firing, and the Scourge came in, and that's exactly what we just almost saw happen again. This time he is going to go in, but the Nexus is down. There are a couple Devourers in play as well to deal with those Corsairs. This is absolutely amazing. He's actually trying to run across the map with some Zerglings to join the fight as well. He's completely obliterated Rage's natural expansion. He's going to go and try and target down that Stargate as well. If you can get that, that'll be really, really big. Right now, I believe Rage has 2 Stargates. He's pumping out Corsairs with 2 Stargates. If you can get that down to 1, he has eliminated one of the Stargates. Beautiful. And with that out of play, that means that he's basically not going to be able to put the Corsair count out to deal with these Guardians. He's going to be under fire for a while. He's not out of it yet, though. He did do significant, very significant damage to Yellow's economy with with that attack earlier. Yellow just trying to rebuild. He's trying to kind of buy time with these few Greater Spire units while he's rebuilding his economy as well, and also dealing with, is that a Dark Templar harass that we just saw there? It was hard to tell. The pixels are not quite numerous enough for me to really make it out completely. But, all right, Devourer, get in there. Oh no, he's just not paying attention to the Guardians because he's trying to micro against this DT with Zerglings in the main, and he's gonna lose some Guardians to Dragoon Fire and to Corsair Fire, and looks like he might lose his Devourer as well, but he is gonna maybe pick off the last couple of Corsairs. There's only one Corsair left, but there's only a few Guardians left as well. The DT did significant damage as well. I mean, you know, when you've got 50 drones, DT taking out 4 or 5 is not a big deal, but when you've got 20 drones, 4 or 5 is a significant percentage of your economy, and significant is definitely a word to describe the damage that was done to Yellow's economy, not once but twice. First with that earlier attack, I should say, with the Zealots and the Dragoons, and then with the Dark Templar following up. Yeah, look at this. He only has about 15 drones or something at this point. This is just terrible economy, but Rage is only mining off 1 base, and he may have a lot of probes. He probably evacuated most of the probes from his natural, but he hasn't been able to retake it, so he's only mining off that 1 base, and it's almost mined out. Actually, it's only got a couple minutes left of juice on that. If Yellow can keep up the pressure for another few minutes, and oh, look at this, he's going in with the Zerglings. Do those High Templar have Storm yet? If they do, this is the end for Yellow, but it doesn't actually matter too much. He's got enough Zealots to fend them off for now. He's trying to pick off the High Templar. The Guardians coming in from the top as well. This is just balanced on a knife edge, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to get Storm up in time to roast these Zerglings before they can get on top of the Dragoons? It looks like, again, the Zealots are actually just beefy enough. He wasn't quite coordinating well enough with the Guardians coming from the north and the Lings coming from the right, so the Dragoons were actually able to get a lot of fire down onto those Zerglings instead of being distracted by the Guardians. Or rather, maybe he would have wanted to have them firing at the Zerglings, and then the Guardians could do the damage to the Dragoons. Might have been the way to play it there as well. But either way, Rage holds. Rage holds. If Yellow, again, if Yellow, it's okay, this is maybe his last assault, because if Yellow doesn't do some damage right now to keep Rage on 1 base, Rage is going to re-expand here before he runs out of minerals, I imagine. And maybe not. Is he going all in? Oh wait, he's got another base up over on the right side there. So yeah, he is trying to get another base up. So this window of opportunity is definitely closing fast, and you know, he's gonna have to be that sparrow that just gets confused and runs into the window and then flies around inside of Rage's house for a while until he can get a net that's big enough to catch him, or open the door and let him out. It's a really bad metaphor. I'm gonna stop going down that direction. But anyway, point being, the window is closing, and if he doesn't get in there and do some damage, then the window will stop. The window will be closed and stop. I must be like brain today, I guess. In any case, Rage is got that second expansion up now. Perfect timing. His main is just mining out at this moment. Some Lings are gonna come in here and try and do some damage to it. Actually, maybe they didn't even know that was there. Is he gonna try and just right-click the Nexus with Cracklings? Oh my god, he is! It's at half health, the shields are gone, the HP's down to half, but he is gonna clear up all the Lings before that is able to happen there. The Guardian getting in on the action a little bit too late is gonna pay for it with his life. Oh man, that would have actually been pretty clutch. It looks like he got the hit points down to 2/3 on that Nexus. And that would have, and yeah, look at that. He's got no minerals in his main. He would not have been mining. He would have 0 mining if that had gone through. Is he gonna go for another attack? Is Rage gonna keep his units there to make sure that doesn't happen? He's trying to morph some more Guardians outside of this base now. There are Templar there. He could use some Storms and clear off those Guardians. That's exactly what he's gonna do. Not dodging that Storm, but it still takes 2 Storms, I believe, to kill a Guardian. Even with full damage done, unless you get 1 Dragoon shot down on there as well. 2 Dragoon shots, it looks like, gonna finish it off. Unfortunate. Yellow not quite able to pull that off. He's got another Guardian morphing there, and I don't think he quite has another Storm in the bank. He's just going in and getting some more pot shots down on that old natural expansion of Rage. Yeah, so here's another Guardian coming in. It's got a lot of cannons there, but if obviously the Guardian can stay out of range of the cannon, it's fine. Is that Templar gonna be able to storm it? I don't think he probably has the juice, but I could be wrong. And what is this? Yellow is, oh no, he got baited into the cannon fire. Oh no, now 1 Storm will kill it once he gets enough energy there. And he's actually, yeah, it's really weird how sometimes the Guardians, when you right-click the cannons, they'll actually run up closer. They won't fire it from the extent of their range every time. Sometimes they'll run closer than they need to fire at the target. Oh, he was attacking. Was he attacking the Nexus? The Nexus is now down to like 200 hit points. I think he was attacking the Nexus with the Guardian to try and kill the Nexus off, because that is a point of vulnerability. Maybe if he'd gone in with 3 Guardians, he could have just right-clicked that Nexus, actually. That could have been a move. But instead, Yellow's going to have to play a little defensive. He's built several sunken colonies in anticipation of this counterattack. I don't know. I mean, it just feels like Yellow just has no chance in the long game, though, because he's got 2 bases. He's going to start mining out his main in a minute or 2, probably. And like all these sunkens, sure, if he holds with all these sunkens and he doesn't get his front busted, that's one thing. But like, how do you survive? Oh, is he gonna go in? Is he gonna mutibomb the Nexus? The Nexus is still probably only at about 300 hit points, including some rebuilt shields right now. He's actually gonna build Guardians again. Okay, he's gonna be able to get the Nexus for sure if he targets it down. He might go for the probes first, though. Another random Guardian just kind of wandering around the old natural. He's like, this is my house now. And Grage looks like he's going to try and take a 3rd base at the location where Yellow's old 3rd was. And there we can see the minerals in Yellow's base. He is actually pretty much mined out in his main right now. So this is dire straits. If he doesn't accomplish a comeback here with these Guardians, the game will be over in the long run. And here he comes in. He's going to try and go for some probes first. Storm needs to dodge the storm. One storm goes down, doing significant damage. Looks like the follow-up storm finishes off one of the Guardians. I feel like he might want to just right-click the Nexus at this point, to be honest, because he's not going to win this attrition game. But actually, no, he would probably just lose all of his Guardians pretty quickly. He's going to go ahead and target down that Dragoon. Oh, the Guardians are clumped up. The Guardians are clumped up. He's going to try and pick off the High Templar, though, which I believe doesn't have any storms left. Does he have? He has another High Templar coming in from the left, though. Another storm goes down onto those Guardians. He's still got 3 in effect. A 4th one coming at the top as well. He probably has enough damage. He could go in on the Nexus, but there's a lot of Dragoons there. He would lose them as well, so he's trying to be a little bit ginger about this attack and just try and take it slowly and steadily. I don't think he's quite doing enough damage to Rage at this point, though. But he is picking off probes. He is picking off Dragoons. He's baiting out a lot of storms. And he's triggered a retreat as well. Those forces oh, no. There we go. Yeah, the storm was just able to catch right in between. Oh, unfortunate. I believe, maybe I'm wrong. He might have just lost all his Guardians too quickly, but I think just targeting down the Nexus would have been the play there. Stop all mining on the map, basically. And he would have lost their Guardians, but he lost them anyways. And what did he accomplish in exchange? He didn't really accomplish much at all. He killed several probes, a couple Dragoons. But he didn't really get enough damage done to really be worth the cost there of those Guardians. Whereas, if he killed the Nexus, I think, like I said, Nexus at 300 hit points, Guardians do what? Like, I forgot how much damage they do. 20 damage a shot or something like that, or is it more? Is it 40? I'm gonna look it up on the side here while I'm trying to pay attention to this. But either way, it's a significant amount of damage, such that it wouldn't have taken too many shots. Okay, yeah, 20 damage. That's what I thought. It wouldn't have taken too many shots to take out that Nexus. If it's let's say it's even restarted the shields, it's at total of 400 hit points, right? That's 20 shots. It's 20 shots with 6 Guardians. That's not too many volleys, So I don't know. Yellow knows better than I do, though, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at this in hindsight from the bird's eye view, so not faulting him at all in this situation. He's gonna go and try and take a 3rd again. I don't think this is gonna work, though. If this was StarCraft 2 and he could unburrow half of his spines from his natural and run them over his 3rd, maybe this could work. But he does have lurkers, which are spiny creatures that can unburrow and burrow as a defensive position at your new base. So maybe that's exactly what I was saying sarcastically, is exactly what he's doing. He's gonna go ahead and put some spines in that 3rd base. He's got more Guardians harassing this 3rd. Rage getting his natural back up, by the way. So this is again a situation where this game is just, Yellow's playing his heart out. He's playing extremely well. He's come up with some really cool methods to try and get back at Rage, but he's just losing the long game. He's getting his 3rd up now. He might be able to try and defend it a little bit, but Rage is getting his natural up as well. In fact, he's probably mind front right now. So Oh, don't, he's almost in that cannon range. He's gonna get the, well, he's gonna get the Dragoon. The storm goes off though. It's gonna finish him off. Yep. Oh, not too good. All right, here we go. He's gonna stomp down. Is he actually waiting? Is he waiting for the hatchery to finish before he attacks? So he makes sure to kill it instead of it being canceled? Is he not going to attack? He sees it, right? His probe is in that base. He must know this is there. Right? Well, and I'm curious, maybe he only had one Stargate all along because he hasn't made any more Corsairs. Oh, nice little lurker drop. One storm goes down. Again, it takes 2 storms though to kill off the lurker. Would have been pretty cute if he'd been able to pick that lurker back up again during the storm or something like that. But this is a good tactic to use. Oh, he has an observer. Maybe he was waiting for an observer before going in. There's a Scourge there, but there's no Overlord to actually spot the observer, so the lurker gets taken out, the lanes get taken out, the base is going to get taken out, the game is going to get taken out. Wait, no, maybe he's going to be able to, no, he's going to bait out 2 more storms with a single lurker over here. Nope, he's actually got an observer. You can run that zealot in there to get the final shot. Kill stealing zealot, you know. Wow, so yeah, yellow's really pulling out the stops, trying to pull off something cute here in order to pull off a miracle win in this game, but I just feel like he's fallen too far behind at this point. Rage is fully mining off 2 bases. Yellow is mining his natural only at this point, and it's almost mined out. He's got nothing else going for him economically. He's trying to do cute stuff. You know, it's funny because it's like almost like I've almost never seen a Zerg player win when they do lurker drops behind the bases, because it's almost always like a last-ditch effort in these old games. At least it feels like it's like that's the thing to do as a last-ditch effort to kind of delay the game out long enough to try and get back into it, is you know, try and tuck lurkers in cute spots in order to get attacks in. And speaking of which, there were lurkers tucked in cute spots to get attacks in the yellow game that I semi-spoiled that we watched on the live stream the other day. And if you weren't aware, by the way, I do live streams where we watch these games. I don't cast them, but we just watch and chill out. And he's actually going to drop a bunch of lurkers on top of cannons and a base that doesn't matter. And all of his tech is in the natural too. This is actually completely there's not really a lot to gain here. I mean, he's going to get some pylons. He's going to get a lot of supply. Actually, he does kill those cannons. But I don't think this is going to cripple Rage as much as it normally would to attack a main, do a doom drop in the main usually, because Rage doesn't have anything there. He doesn't have any tech in his main, just some pylons, and he was mining a maybe depleted now gas mine. So yeah, Rage is now taking a 3rd base, well, a 4th base, but now it's his 3rd base because his main is gone. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how Yellow can get back in this with 1 base mining versus 3 bases mining for Rage, which is going to be up pretty soon. He's setting up some defenses at that 3rd base, but we'll see. All right, now I think these Overlords are going to see it. He's going to try and stomp down on that 2nd base, maybe. You can see there's plenty of defenses. There's a lot of cannons at the 3rd. We just saw a bunch of Zealots standing around above the natural in preparation for a drop there as well. He even gets some, he got some Overlords killed trying to drop that other base as well. He's coming in with Guardians, but there's gonna be storms on top of him. They're too close together. I think that bottom storm might have missed the 2nd one, but that's okay. He clears out a lot of these Guardians. 1 Guardian left, very low hit points. He's gonna stop mining for a little bit. Gotta give him that. Stop mining for a little bit at that base. But I think it's just the long game is too hard for y'all to come back. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's the other storm on that Guardian. I feel like I'm like, all right, well, this game is pretty much over, but it's not actually completely over yet. So we gotta see. I don't. Maybe Yellow can pull something off. He is the Storm Zerg. He is. But you know, the Storm Zerg he's the Storm because he can mass a lot of units, and you can't mass a lot of units when you've got no economy. So here he is though, massing a lot of units. He actually has a bunch of Zerglings there. He's being really cheeky with these, you know, lurkers and what have you, but. Oh, just pure Lings right now is just not gonna do much. I think he missed his opportunity earlier with the Guardians to come back. Didn't quite work out. Let's see, he's gonna load up. He's actually loading up Zerglings into Overlords. Could try and do well, I mean, like these are Cracklings. He doesn't have Defiler tech, but these are Cracklings. They can kill buildings really fast, even without Defilers. Oh, triple Stargate. Triple Stargate going down for Rage right now. He's going to produce a ton of Corsairs very quickly. A little bit puzzling to see that. Maybe he's afraid of some sort of Muta switch or something like that, or he just wants to be done with these Guardians. He's sick of dealing with Guardian harassment. He's like, I just want to get some Corsairs behind my bases to make sure I can't get dropped and I can't get Guardianed. I don't know exactly what his plan is here. Okay, here we go. Here's these Cracklings coming in. The Storm goes down on the Overlords as they're coming in. One of the Overlords dies before dropping. And he's got a couple Lurkers in there as well, but beautiful Storms by Rage, actually. Just absolutely amazing Storms. He's actually been storming so well this entire game. You know, extremely effective. And look at that, not a single building dies. Just beautiful Storms all over everything. And that was Yellow's last potential attack. You can see it on his face there. He's definitely out of it now. And Rage is just going to go for the kill here. He's just going for it. He's like, I know you got a bunch of stuff here, but... Oh, he actually picked off one of the observers. He's going to run back. Either play is fine, you know, going for the kill is understandable, but I think falling back and just taking your economic advantage and taking your economic win over the long term is probably fine too, because he's got to be checking, right? This is the point where you're like, all right, why is he still in the game? Let me run a Zealot to every corner of the map, every base, and just see if... he's got a hidden base or 2 or 3 somewhere that I need to take out real quick or something like that, because so he's got to probably have checked, or maybe it's what some of these Corsairs are going to be doing, is checking the side bases to see if Yellow has some sneaky expansions or something like that, because otherwise I mean he may not be able to break through that weird jungle of Sunkens just now. But, you know, he'll be able to get there eventually if he wants to. He could just go in with Corsairs in a single DT, for example. He could get Reavers, I suppose. So he'd be going back for Reaver tech. Oh, I guess he has a robotics facility, so wouldn't be that far out of the way to get Reavers, but... Anyway, this game is a little bit done, I think. I mean, like, is there a way... This is 2004, right? So maybe... Rage is just bad enough that Yellow can come back. And I say that just because everyone was bad in 2004 compared to what we know of as being potentially possible for StarCraft in the future. But he's trying to sneak this base here in the bottom right. It gets discovered immediately by the Zealot. It's going to get taken out. Rage is going to go ahead and take another base. He's just so far ahead, it's kind of ridiculous. So let's just have a chat while this game is finishing up. How you guys doing? Everyone doing okay? Hope you have a good holiday plans coming up here. I'm probably gonna be streaming a little bit over the holidays. Actually, what day is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, of course. Duh. So I'll probably be streaming the night before Thanksgiving, on that Wednesday, because that's my usual streaming day. And maybe I'll try and figure out. Let me know if you guys have any ideas if there's something fun, some sort of fun Thanksgiving thing we should do for that stream that day. And then after that, I'm going to decorate my stream for Christmas. Put some Christmas lights. I had put Christmas lights on my stream last year as well. And a Hanukkah menorah. Maybe I'll try and get some other holidays decorations to put up or something like that. But it's always fun to hang out with folks. Yeah, but here we go. All right, I've said this 4 times now, but this is Yellow's last-ditch attack. Here he comes in for another attack with the last of his units. And he is gonna succeed, apparently. He's gonna take this base out, I guess. He might get the Nexus. He's gonna get the Nexus, I think. Especially because Rage has moved all of his units down here, and then is just chilling instead of attacking. What is he? Does he not have an observer? He was just like, you know what? Losing my units to lurker fire is just not worth it. Whatever, kill the Nexus. I don't care. I've got 3 others. I've got more Nexuses, more Nexi where that came from. But Yellow's attacking the top left base with these Cracklings as well. And he's not coming back, right? Right? No, there's no way, right? You know, he's got nothing. There's the GG. I was like, is he gonna somehow take out 2 of Rage's bases with Cracklings in a row and pull off a magic? No, okay. He had nothing. He had nothing left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway. Probably gonna have at least 1 or 2 more games though before Thanksgiving coming up on YouTube, and of course you can catch my live stream as well if you're interested, every Saturday and Wednesday. And yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. This game ran out of steam a while ago, and I kind of ran out of steam even before I started casting apparently, because I've been a little bit off today. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Pretty cool attempt at Yellow to come back in that series. Or in that game rather, when he got some early disadvantages using Guardians to try and come back, and Cracklings to try and target the Nexuses and stuff like that. And he came close. He came close to killing off that second Nexus, or that third Nexus. And it was so close. Another couple hundred hit points. You know, another 6 slings in there, and I think Yellow won the game because he would have stopped Rage from mining. Look at how effective he was with Rage mining. Imagine if Rage hadn't been mining. Would have been able to take it. So GG, thanks for watching. Take care, buddy.